Good morning. Welcome for today's morning meditation, February the 19th. Always we start our meditation by paying respect, so that we open the heart, we align, we connect with the higher energies. We can all pay respect in our own way. Buddhist, Christian, whoever can pay respect in our own way. And if we have no spiritual tradition, we can pay respect to all that is holy in the universe. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Buddhaṃ Dhammāṃ Sanghāṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. We close the eyes, we open the heart. We bring the attention to the body. We bring the attention to the present, being aware of the sensations of the body, being aware of the sensation of the body on the seat, being aware of the sensation of the hands on the legs, the sensation of the closed lips, the closed eyelids, whatever other sensations we feel around the body. Being aware of whatever tensions we may feel at the forehead, around the neck, around the shoulders, just being aware of these bodily sensations and letting them go. Being aware of the body posture with the back being comfortably straight. And we can visualize ourselves as we sit here. With eyes closed, we visualize our face, visualize our body, where we send our attention, we send our mental energy. So by visualizing our body, we're sending our attention, our energy back to our own body. We bring the attention to the breathing. We can focus our attention at the nose, where we feel the sensation of the breath as it passes the nostril. Just keeping the attention at that one point at the gateway of the breath. Or we can focus our attention at the lower abdomen, as we feel the abdomen rising on the in-breath, falling on the out-breath. So we can decide where we like to keep our attention, and we keep the attention there. In the Thai forest tradition, generally we focus at the nose. In the Burmese traditions, they like to focus more at the abdomen, but we can all decide for ourselves where we like to keep our attention. We keep the attention with the breathing. We keep the attention with the body. We don't send our attention, we don't send our energy outside the body. We keep our attention with the present. We don't brood over the past. We don't worry about the future. Just being aware of the present moment as it arises, as it passes away. Being aware of the breathing in, being aware of the breathing out, being aware of the body, being aware of the mind. Being aware of all that contacts the mind, all that forms in the mind, and letting it go. Being aware of all that contacts the mind, all that contacts the heart through the 5 bodily senses. Being aware of all that forms in the mind, all that forms at the heart, the thoughts, memories, feelings, states of mind. Being aware, letting go. Keeping the attention centered with the breathing. When the mind is contacted from outside, from inside, we are aware of it, we let it go, we bring the attention back to the breathing. We don't try to control or force the breathing. We don't try to control or force the mind. Just being aware of all that contacts the mind, all that forms in the mind, and letting it go. We stay with the knowing nature of the mind. We don't send the mind out to what the mind knows. If we take interest in what forms in the mind, either with like or with dislike, then we pour our mental energy into this mental process. We pump it up. We make it bigger and bigger. But just being aware and letting go, the heart stays clear and open. We train the mind in mindfulness. Mindfulness means to know, to be aware what is contacting the heart right now, what is forming at the heart right now. And we train the mind to have the wisdom to let it go. Keeping our attention centered with the breathing, we patiently train our mindfulness. Whenever the mind wanders away, when the mind runs away, thinking, when the mind dreams and drifts away, when we realize our attention has wandered, we simply bring the attention back to the breathing, back to the present. Being aware and letting go. Always with patience. We can't force the mind, we can only patiently train the mind. We bring the attention back to the breathing again and again and again. In time the mindfulness becomes sharper, more refined. The attention stays longer and longer with the breathing, with the present. We train the mind to have the wisdom to let go by always observing the impermanent nature of all that contacts the mind, all that forms in the mind. The Buddha gave his first sermon to the 5 ascetics who gathered around him shortly after his enlightenment. After his first sermon, one of the 5 became enlightened, achieved one stage of the path of enlightenment. The second sermon the Buddha gave, the Buddha spoke of impermanence. And with this sermon of impermanence, all 5 became enlightened. We observe the impermanent nature of the bodily sensations, as the bodily sensations appear, we are aware of them as moments. Moments of sensation arising and passing away. If we have some sharp pain somewhere in the body, we can change our posture. We can move to a new posture. But if we have some pain which is not so sharp, we can be aware of the pain as moments. Moments of sensation arising and passing away. and then the pain becomes not painful, but interesting. The heart can disassociate itself from the pain. Just being aware of this bodily sensation, arising, passing, arising, passing. Moments of sensation, appearing and passing away. When sound appears in our meditation, we make it part of the practice. Being aware of moments of sound as they appear, as they pass away. As the practice becomes more refined, we can be aware of the sound as a vibration passing through the body. Moments of vibration arising and passing away, keeping our attention only within our own body. Being aware of the breath as an impermanent experience. The breath comes in, goes out, and it's gone. As we breathe in, we can be aware of many, many moments of sensation at the nose or at the abdomen, arising and passing away. As we breathe out, we can be aware of many, many moments of sensation arising and passing away. Being aware of the nature of this body. This body composed of earth, water, wind, fire, solids, liquids, gases, heat. We borrow these elements from the world to form this body, and while we have this body, it's always changing. The fire element, the body heat, is generated and dissipated from moment to moment to moment. The wind element, the breath, it comes in, goes out, and it's gone. It stays in the body for the duration of one breath. The water element, the liquids in the body, stay in the body for a period of days. They all become replaced. All the fluids in the body, the blood, the lymph, the fluid in the brain, in the spine, all replaced in a matter of days. The earth element, the solid parts, after a period of years, even all the bones are replaced. So while we have this body, it's always changing, components always being replaced. Like an axe, with the head, with the handle, we replace the head, we replace the handle, replace the head, replace the handle. It's the same axe, but it's not. We borrow these elements from the world for a time to form this body. In time, we must give it all back. Earth to earth, water to water, wind to wind, fire to fire. Nothing remains to call me or mine. Being aware of the sensations of the body, the sensations through the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the bodily sensations, impermanent moments of sensation from an impermanent body. Being aware of the mental events, the thoughts appear like bubbles in the mind. They arise, they pass away. The memories, the feelings, they appear, they pass away. The states of mind like the clouds in the sky. Sometimes we look at the sky, all we see are clouds. In time, they all pass away. Same with these states of mind. Sometimes sadness, sometimes frustration, sometimes happiness. They all pass, leaving the heart clear and open. So we train the mind to always be aware what is contacting the heart right now, what is forming at the heart right now, and we train the mind to observe the impermanent nature of it all. And when the mind really sees this impermanent nature at a deep level in meditation, the mind can see, this is not me, this is not mine. The mind can let it go. The mind lets go by itself. The heart lets go by itself. The heart is not permanent. The heart is not impermanent. The heart is timeless. We stay with the timeless, knowing nature of the mind. The heart finds its normal, natural state of inner peace, inner happiness, inner contentment. If we base our happiness on anything in this world, outside, inside, then we find a permanent happiness is not possible. We cannot find anything permanent. We look to the outside, we have our friends, family, possessions, livelihood, all impermanent. We can lose them all. We look to the inside. We have this body composed of the 4 elements of the world, always changing, always in flux. We have these moments of sensation arising and passing. We have these transient mental events. So if we want to base our happiness on anything permanent, we cannot find anything permanent to base a happiness on. But if our happiness comes from letting go, then what we find is not the permanent happiness. What we find is the timeless happiness. The timeless happiness of the nature of the clear heart, the pure heart. The heart which lets go of all its agitations, all its disturbance. The heart which is calm and content, at peace within itself. So just being aware of the breathing and letting go. Being aware of the body, being aware of the mind, letting go, the heart becomes more and more at peace. And as we keep our attention with the body, we don't scatter our attention, we don't scatter our energy to the outside. The heart becomes more and more energized. As we train our mindfulness, the attention stays longer and longer with the breathing. The mental energies become more and more unified, more and more energized. The heart, no longer fragmented, becomes more unified, more energized. As the heart becomes more energized, the heart becomes more and more at peace, lighter and brighter. We observe this inner peace, this inner lightness, the inner brightness, if we see, and we let it go. We may not yet see the inner brightness. It comes with time, as the heart becomes more and more energized, brighter and brighter. In time we all see this inner brightness. We observe this inner peace, this inner lightness, inner brightness, and we let it go. As we let go of the inner peace becomes deeper and stronger, more and more refined. The heart becomes more and more energized, brighter and brighter. The energy field of the heart becomes wider and wider as the heart becomes more energized. Our area of consciousness expands as the energy field of the heart expands. And as the heart becomes brighter and brighter, we become more and more alert, more and more alive, more and more awake, no longer sleepwalking. And as the heart becomes brighter and brighter, we raise our consciousness higher and higher. We refine the heart, we refine the consciousness. The heart is the seat, the base for the consciousness. And when we make our heart very clear, very clean, very spacious, very light, we have a very comfortable seat for the consciousness. And as the heart becomes brighter and brighter, we raise our consciousness higher and higher. We can have the consciousness of a heavenly being while still in human body. If we make the heart very clear, very clean, very, very bright, while still in human body, we can have the consciousness of a heavenly being. But if we fill the heart with garbage, we fill the heart with greed, anger, malice, jealousy, spite, and so on, the heart becomes cramped, narrow, dark, hot. We get a very uncomfortable seat for the consciousness. And as the heart becomes darker and darker, the consciousness becomes lower and lower. We can have the consciousness of a subhuman while still in human body. There are many. So the heart is as we make it, and the consciousness is as we make it. We clear the heart, we clean the heart, watch over the heart, being aware and letting go. The heart becomes very, very clear, very, very clean, very, very bright. We raise our consciousness higher and higher. So by watching the breathing, being aware and letting go, being aware of the body and letting go, being aware of the mind, being aware of the heart, and letting go, the heart becomes more and more at peace, more and more energized. The heart becomes more strong, more secure, more stable, more steady. The heart becomes still, still but overflowing. Our inner cup is overflowing, overflowing with happiness, overflowing with peace, overflowing with joy. The mind is content simply to rest at the heart, where it becomes refreshed and recharged. And there's a feeling of homecoming. We've come home, home to our own heart. We start our meditation practice by being aware of the breathing at the nose or at the abdomen. In time, the practice will change. The practice changes by itself. In time, the practice changes to being aware of the breathing at the heart itself, at the heart chakra itself. Being aware of the breathing of the prana of the universe, the life force, the light force of the universe. We can be aware of the breathing at the heart itself. We can breathe in this life force energy, this light force energy of the universe. We breathe it into the heart and we radiate it to the world around us in the practice of spreading metta. We focus our attention at the heart chakra as we breathe in with the intention, may I be happy, wishing happiness for ourselves. As we breathe in, the heart becomes energized. We can visualize the heart filling with light. As we breathe out, we let the heart overflow in all directions with the intention, may all beings be happy. We can visualize the light of the heart flowing in all directions, above, below, all around. So breathing in, we energize the heart. We fill the heart with light. May I be happy. Breathing out, we let the heart overflow in all directions, above, below, all around. May all beings be happy. Breathing in, we fill the heart with light. May I be happy. Breathing out, we let the heart overflow in all directions. May all beings be happy. Breathing in, we energize the heart. We fill the heart with light. Breathing out, we let the heart overflow in all directions. May all beings be happy. And we observe our heart chakra. How does it feel? Does it feel more open, more refined, more at peace? Whatever way the heart feels, we observe it, we let it go. And we can be happy with ourselves. We can rejoice with ourselves that we start our day in the best way possible. We establish our mindfulness, we develop our wisdom, we clear the heart, we energize the heart, we raise our consciousness, and we share this energy of peace of the heart with the world around us. So we can be joyful with ourselves that we start our day in this way. We rise, we shine. We bring the attention to the body, being aware of the sensations of the body, being aware of the body posture. We can visualize ourselves as we sit here. We bring the right hand to the heart chakra. The left hand joins the right hand, palms together. And now the heart is very strong, very bright. And with this strong, bright heart, we make the intention to continue with our spiritual practice, which means to avoid doing evil, to do good, and to purify the heart. We bring the hands to the forehead in gratitude, respect. Back down to the legs. We open the eyes and we keep the heart open. And I thank you for joining me in this morning meditation. And I invite you to join me every Saturday, every Sunday. I make this morning meditation live and also an evening meditation. I make at 7 p.m. Central European Time, which you're very welcome to join. And so I wish you all a day of happiness, a day of peace. Bhavatu Sapamangalam. May all blessings come to you.